Associate with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation. It is better to be alone than in bad company. Guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism. Worry is the interest paid by those who borrow trouble. Human happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. We must consult our means rather than our wishes. Let your heart feel for the afflictions and distress of everyone. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. Truth will ultimately prevail where there is pains to bring it to light. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. Let us raise a standard to which the wise and honest can repair, the rest is in the hands of God. If freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. Few men have virtue to withstand the highest bidder. To contract new debts is not the way to pay old ones. Let your discourse with men of business be short and comprehensive. We should not look back unless it is to derive useful lessons from past errors, and for the purpose of profiting by dearly bought experience. The foundation of a great empire is laid, and I please myself with a persuasion that Providence will not leave its work imperfect. The time is near at hand which must determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. I'll die on my feet before I'll live on my knees. Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire, called conscience. The marvel of all history is the patience with which men and women submit to burdens unnecessarily laid upon them by their governments. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. Observe good faith and justice toward all nations. Cultivate peace and harmony with all. I have always considered marriage as the most interesting event of one's life, and the foundation of happiness or misery. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. We should not look back unless it is to derive useful lessons from past errors, and for the purpose of profiting by dearly bought experience. To form a new government requires infinite care and unbounded attention, for if the foundation is badly laid, the superstructure must be bad. I hope, some day or another, we shall become a storehouse and granary for the world. I was summoned by my country, whose voice I can never hear but with veneration and love. My movements to the chair of government will be accompanied with feelings not unlike those of a culprit who is going to the place of his execution. Mankind, when left to themselves, are unfit for their own government. A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool. There is a destiny which has the control of our actions, not to be resisted by the strongest efforts of human nature. True friendship is a plant of slow growth, and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity, before it is entitled to the appellation. Discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable, procures success to the weak, and esteem to all. To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace. Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. The best and only safe road to honor, glory, and the true dignity is justice. Strive not with your superiors in argument, but always submit your judgment to others with modesty. The turning points of lives are not the great moments. The real crises are often concealed in occurrences so trivial in appearance that they pass unobserved. The Constitution is the guide, which I never will abandon. The basis of our political system is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. Laws made by common consent must not be trampled on by individuals. Arbitrary power is most easily established on the ruins of liberty abused to licentiousness. War is an act of violence whose object is to constrain the enemy, to accomplish our will. There is nothing which can better deserve our patronage than the promotion of science and literature. Knowledge is in every country the surest basis of public happiness. To encourage literature and the arts is a duty which every good citizen owes to his country.